My mom used to work for Texas Instruments, man, and what was it? Back then it was like F-13s or F-14s. I think McDonnell Douglas had just made a really good. Man, that was back in the fucking 80s, though, man. That was McDonnell Douglas, and I want to say Lockheed had and they did something close to like does 1,000 sound right? No, maybe it was more than that. Like, I can't. I remember it was a joint deal with McDonnell Douglas and Lockheed, and I mean they're still in production.
They're still in production, right? Because they have to have airspeed to gain lift. Is that? Are we still talking about that? Is that?
We're talking about something about how if you have a treadmill moving this way and you have a fucking plane that is going, I don't even know how to explain it.
If the treadmill is going the same speed as the airplane's takeoff speed.
Okay.
So you have an airplane on a conveyor belt. Okay?
Okay.
At one end. The airplane needs to go 70 miles an hour to take off. Simplicity.
I've seen a movie about this, though.
Okay.
There's two different questions.
No, stop.
Okay.
We're talking about one thing.
All right.
Stop.
All right.
Turn the
I'm gonna
conveyor belt
video
on.
I'm gonna video the table. Is that all right?
You can video me, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and video.
All right.
So, you have an airplane on one end of a runway. There's a conveyor belt. It's wide and as big as a runway.
Okay.
The conveyor belt turns this way. The plane is going to take off this way. The plane needs to be 70 knots, say miles an hour for simplicity. Needs to go 70 knots to take off. So if the conveyor belt's spinning this way, it's 70 knots, and the plane's throttled up going this way. Will the airplane move? Everyone knows if you put a car on a conveyor belt, speed it up to the same speed, it's going to stay in the same spot. But will the airplane be able to pull itself forward and take off if the conveyor belt's moving at its takeoff speed?
And this is highly contested on Forbes, isn't it? You were saying?
Yeah, it's been years.
I'm gonna tell you right now why that's total bullcrap. All right, for one thing,
I didn't even say if it works or not. So,
oh, you didn't?
it would take off.
Oh,
And the point is...
It's been tested, though.
Yes, it's been tested. Actually, Mythbusters an episode about it. You could look it
Mythbusters
up.
was wrong, and I'll tell you why.
So the point is, what happens is, it's like if you take a matchbox, take a car and put it on there, and it's powered by the wheels, the car gets its thrust from the wheels moving on the treadmill and pulling it forward because of the grip on the ground. The treadmill's underneath it, it's not going to have any grip, so it's the same spot. But if you take like a matchbox toy car and put it on a treadmill, you attach a string to the front, and the treadmill's going as fast as you want to go. If you pull that string, the car will move forward. And the same thing works with the airplane because you replace the string with the rotor. The wheels are free spinning. They will go no matter what if the airplane's pulled forward by the rotor and the force and the thrust being created by the rotor. So the rotor will pull the plane forward independent of the wheels, and the wheels will just technically go double the takeoff speed at takeoff because they're independent of the airplane itself. The airplane will pull itself to that 70 miles an hour or knots.
What he's saying is the exact same thing as saying I can divide by 0.
Can we go outside, dude?
No, we're not going outside. I'm going to say it right now. Okay, there's two different kinds of questions. There are two different ways that people ask this question.
We're talking about this way, the way we're talking.
Hey, I'm talking. I'll let you do your thing. Okay, so first one was the wheels move as fast as the treadmill. Okay, so in his theory, where you're pulling a string and the wheels are going now faster than the treadmill, well, they can't in this question because they're going as fast as the treadmill. You cannot pull it forward. Okay, well, you said that the next part of the next way to put the question is that the airplane is now going as fast as takeoff speed. So if the airplane is going 7 miles an hour and the treadmill is going 70 miles an hour backwards, somehow it is going to lift off. Well, that is true. If the aircraft is going 70 miles an hour and relative to the ground, it will take off. And relative to the treadmill, it is now going twice the speed of takeoff. So it has to do with thrust, really. So if you're taking off without the treadmill, you have about whatever setting your throttle is to take off at 70 miles per hour or 70 knots or whatever it is. You have to have now twice that amount of throttle into the engine, into the propeller, to now gain the airspeed to get the lift to take off. You have to have airspeed in order to take off. So if it is going the same speed as the treadmill, There is no airspeed. It will not take off unless you give it more power than what it needs to take off. Thank you.
I don't want to run a long video though, but one question for both of you though. What makes you whatchamacallit in your field? What makes you kind of a specialist in your field?
I'm a commercial helicopter pilot and a flight instructor, certified flight and instrument instructor.
And you, sir?
I've been an A&P mechanic, aircraft and power plant mechanic for the last 14 years, and now I instruct at a Aviation Institute of Maintenance.
My name is Bill, and I fucking beat up people on fucking TV. Man, oh my God, man. Like, I listen to friends of mine talk about the Seminole Tribe of Florida having a G5 and a G6 Gulf Streams, and, I get an opportunity to listen because most tribes actually have helicopters left and right, and my mom used to work for defense contractors, so it's really neat, though. But somebody told me one of these days that I have enough Wall Street friends, and I have enough purpose in nonprofit and politics and political lobbyists and stuff that they foresee me being on airplanes, quite a bit. Anyway, I gotta close it up. You guys have a good one.